So welcome everybody to the beginning of this 7-day Right Voice for You challenge. And I want to start with thanking actually the Hungarian team. Eva is here, Andrea is here, Maya is here. I don't know if Yula is here. But we were looking at, okay, so what is required in the world? What can we contribute to all of you? And what can we play with for a whole week? And what tools are available in Right Voice for You classes, so my name is Yasodhara for the people who don't know me. I'm an Access Consciousness certified facilitator, but I also facilitate so the Right Voice for You classes, talk to the entities, and the 3-day body classes, and also the X-Men 1-day classes. So there's a lot. And every class has this particular energy and way of bringing the tools and allowing you actually to start working with the tools in very different ways. And so the beauty about Right Voice for You, it's not about only your physical voice. It's not about speaking or singing only. It's truly about giving you that space where you can start to show up in any area of your life. So if there are, I'm just going to do it like this, I think, because I have my earring that's wrapping.
Yasodhara, I'm so
Yes.
sorry to disturb you, but there is no Turkish line working.
I know, I just said it. The
yeah,
Turkish, I'm so sorry. Turkish will be translated afterwards.
I see. Okay.
I'm so sorry. It was not planned like that. We just had it. Yeah, the translator is still in another job.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much.
Can you maybe say that in Turkish for the people that don't understand English that are here?
Yes, they are waiting for the Turkish translation.
Yes, could you maybe say here that it's gonna come after, that they're
I
gonna...
see. I will write it. All right.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thank you,
You're
Sarah.
welcome.
I love it. Thanks for being my Turkish voice. So let's see where we can go with this call and what we can create in these 7 days. Because I wonder how many of you are somewhere in the world where having your voice, knowing what you know, having all your perceiving has been a little intense. For how many of you has it been quite a bit intense wherever you are in the world? I see some people nodding. Yeah. And so how many people do you have around you also that you hear thinking so loud, but you don't acknowledge it? So you keep thinking that that's actually you, whatever you're creating, whatever you're thinking about, that's actually you having your voice. And so when you're very aware, sometimes you might experience that whatever the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are running your life are just an awareness that you have. And the moment you start to acknowledge that, there will be an entirely different space opening up for you to start speaking from. So where have you been using your awareness against you rather than using it to create with? And so one of the beauties of this Right Voice for You classes for me is that we are also capable, and we don't really learn in this reality how to work with these capacities, how to create with them, how to receive them, how to actually shift and change things. And so we sometimes get stuck in them and we start speaking based on judgments, or we start shutting up because we don't want to receive judgments. So where have you also been shutting your being off because people were judging? And so the interesting part in these classes sometimes is that we start looking at, okay, so I don't speak up, or I've learned to shut up, but not only shut up physiologically, but literally refusing to be that energy any longer that has been judged. So how many energies that you are have you been trying to shove out of your universe because people were judging them? And how many of those people that were judging you were actually not even judging you, but they were just having a judgment about themselves that you picked up on? And so everything that brings up, shall we destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, or bad, put all nitrous, boys and girls. Now, if you've never heard about access consciousness, or you don't know these weird words that I was just saying, this is the clearing statement. You can go to clearingstatement.com to find out what they mean. But basically, it's a way to wipe out all kind of energies that are in the way of you choosing greater. And it doesn't matter if those energies are like things you've decided are negative or things you've decided that are positive. Because how many people in the world I've met also in those classes that were sticking themselves according to positive judgments of people is like off the chart. So what positive judgments have you been making real and true about you that do not allow you to create beyond that, and that do not allow you to have your voice? Because you have to, for example, be the good girl or the nice man or the beautiful daughter. So all these kinds of like points of views that we sometimes receive on a very young age start often defining the path we choose to walk on. But what if there are actually so many more paths available for you, that if you'd be willing to acknowledge like, oh, what have I been defining myself as that doesn't allow me to actually show up as everything and to choose whatever will actually create greater? Can we destroy and create that? Right, wrong, good, bad, book, bottle, nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. No translation. No, the Turkish isn't open. Eva, the Turkish isn't working. It's gonna be later. Cool. Maybe I'm gonna copy her comments. So what would you like to get out? Like for all of you, what would you like to get out? Oh, there is a hand. So we got Katal 286459. Can you unmute yourself and talk? Yes, I see you. Can you unmute and talk? Oh, or maybe it was an accident. So what would all of you like to get out of this call and out of these 7 days? If you could have anything in regards to you showing up as you in the world, what would you like to get out of these 7 days? What is it you'd like to explore? What is it you'd like to step into? And maybe there is no words, but is there an energy present? And this is also one of the things, and you can write in the chat or you can unmute if you want to talk. How many of you have been so strongly aware also of energies where there were no words for yet? But instead of acknowledging that there were just no words for yet, and you asking a question like, okay, so what can I say here? You think you're actually not aware of what it is you'd like to create. And so everywhere you've been stopping the creation of life and living because there was only energy. Can we destroy and create that? Right, wronger, bapok, bottle, nature, its boys and beyond. So there is somebody saying, I would like to have more ease with making videos and talking nice. Ah, I like that. Yeah. So who are you making the videos for? Let me see if I can see you. If you want to unmute, you can unmute as well. Hi.
Hi.
Is it like
Hi,
Inaye?
Inaye.
Great, beautiful name.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. So
I'm
who
from
are you?
I'm from Brazil. I will be with you in São Paulo.
Amazing. Yes.
Yes.
So let me ask you, who are you making the videos for? For you or for other people?
For other people, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. So everywhere you've been trying to like your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a reason to stop you? Can we destroy and uncreate everything that is?
Yes.
Right,
Teleport.
A few years ago, it was so fun. Like somebody asked Gary this question in a Right Voice for You class, and he was like, "Why do you guys keep rewatching your own videos? Why do you do that? Just make your video, post it, and don't watch it again." So maybe that's also a thing I'm going to give you as a challenge this week. If you've not been used to making videos, I would like to ask you maybe to make a video this week, and you can either do it live or you can do it on your phone just like a video, and to start. So one of the things is that you can start asking also what videos would like to be made. So what videos would desire to be created by you? What if the videos that you create are entities? And what will it take for all of you to allow those entities to have the voice that they know is going to create something in the world? And so the tricky part is that if we try to have like a nice voice or we try to look good, how much will we avoid and how much will we actually stop the things that desire our energy to actually be into existence? And for all of this, it's not wrong, but it's more to have like a different, what I love with this class is also it's to start having a different conversation, to start looking at the world in a way that's maybe more real and true for most of you than the ones you've been looking to create. How many of you have learned that judging yourself is the way to create anything you create? So if you look at human reality, do they create from question and possibilities, or do they create mostly from judgment? And so what do you choose? Do you choose to create from question and possibilities, or do you mostly create from judgment? And so everywhere you've learned through human reality, which isn't yours, maybe, to create from judgments and with judgments, because that's gonna create the greatest possibility. Can we destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, or bad, bottle, nature, its boys and beyonds. So if you choose to make the video this week, I'm gonna ask you to, before you make the video, to ask what is possible and what desires to be created. And then the other part of the 7-day challenge is going to be for us every day. I'm going to invite you, and you can choose if you play yes or no, and we will have the Telegram group, is to lower the barriers. And so I'm going to talk about it now already, and we'll rewind to it like further in the call. But with the making of videos, what do you do? Like, and have you heard about barriers? So barriers are kind of energetic walls that people tend to put up because they think it's kind of going to protect themselves or it's going to like keep things out. But what it usually does is that it makes whatever is coming at you just worse. And it also doesn't allow you to actually show up. You're just behind this energetic wall. So, Inaye? Yes.
Yes.
When you make videos, do you have your barriers up or down, or what are you doing?
I think they are up.
Great. So what if this week you could, yeah, go ahead.
I'm always afraid because before I always think my voice is horrible. And when I listen to my voice in an audio or video, it's like it's different, and I hate it.
So who does, like, have you asked who that judgments belong to? Is it your judgments about your voice or someone else's judgments?
Someone else.
Yeah. So everything that is, everywhere you've been buying, everywhere you heard other people judging their own voice. Can we just try and create that? Right,
Yes,
nature's voice and beyond. There is a great thing about bodies. Whatever point of view you take on, they will start creating with you. So you think like, oh my God, I don't like my voice. And they will start adjusting whatever of the structures, the fascia, the muscle structure, the memory in the cells to match your point of view. Now, how many points of views about the voice have you heard other people have either out loud or in their head that you didn't acknowledge was just like, oh, that person doesn't really like their voice or they judge it? Which is also a really good tool. I've been a singing coach for like 15 years or something and a singer as well. It's incredible how many people I have worked with in classes and sessions that had singing lessons from judgmental teachers, from teachers that judge their own voices. And what we do as great humanoids, we have this capacity to, am I speaking too quick, Maya, or not? Okay, good. What we do, we have tendency to biomimic to learn. Have you ever asked, like, how does that person do that? Why are they doing that? And so when you go into their worlds to figure out how they do it, the tendency is that you start to not only learn how they do the great things, but also take over all their judgments, all their limitations, all their points of views that are energetically stored in their universe and their body. And now you walk out of your singing lesson with all of that because it doesn't get acknowledged. So how many of you, for everyone on the call here, have been taking on other people's judgments, points of views, and solidities about their voice that never allows you to actually access the capacities and the potency and the power of your voice? And everything that is, can we destroy and create it? Right? Drunker Bapok Bottle Nature, its boys and beyonds. Yeah. So how is that, Inaya?
I don't know. I remember since I was a kid, I always loved to sing. And everybody says, stop singing, you sing so bad.
Oh my God. So everywhere any of you have heard, stop singing because you sing so bad. Can we destroy and create that? Right? Drunker Bapok Bottle Nature's boys and beyonds. Do you see that such a command? Like, is like if somebody says something like that to you, is that about the possibilities of your voice or is that about judging it? And so what will it take for all of you to become aware when somebody is just throwing judgments at you and not asking, what is that voice actually creating?
Mm-hmm. And judging because we are having fun too. I recognize that.
Yeah. So everywhere you gave up the fun with your voice and your body in the favor of other people's judgments, it's good. This one is only for you, no one else. Will you all destroy and uncreate, but also return to sender all of these charges and energies that you've been taking with you as if there was a discount in the shop? Right, wrong, good, bad, book, bottle, nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Isn't it amazing? It's all for free. You want to take some shit? It's free. Oh, you can have like more. We can double it up. Yeah. So I will see you in Sao Paulo. We have a Right Voice for You intro there as well. Yeah,
I will come too.
amazing. Yeah,
I'll
what
be
is
there.
possible?
Thank you, Yasodhara.
You're so welcome. Thank you for your question. And like, you know, did you hear how she said like it was actually the joy? What if you could use all energies just because it's fun, not because some energies are greater than others? And this is where you're an infinite being. You can be all energies. And usually what creates that you're not all energies is because people have been judging you. Don't be so pretty. Don't be so sexual. Don't be so kind. Don't be so magical. And we start like, oh, okay, like, well, how do I not be so magical? How do I not be so, sexual? How do I not be so joyful? I don't know, but let me try. And so we become kind of this stiff puppets, cardboards, versions of who we think will be more right rather than actually being everything we can be and everything we are. So we got a lot of questions. Let me check here. I would like to use less words and more energy. This is from Jane. Yeah. Well, I wonder also. Oh, I see Sue. Hello. Hi. And I see a lot of other people. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing this. Yeah, so what if you'd start looking at, okay, so what, oh, Jane, are you here? Let me see if I can find you.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so do you have a capacity with words?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I guess what comes up for me is that sometimes I use too many words, you know, I use a lot of padding. Do you understand?
Is that your point of view or someone else's?
Oh, it's definitely somebody else's point of view. Yes. I think if I was to ask, if I was to get some feedback, I probably would be told that I'm quite articulate and clear, but I don't see that in myself. I feel I use too many words.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So how often are you aware of the points of views of the people you're talking to?
A lot.
Yeah. How many, like, do you know that? I know I don't swear that much, but if there's only one person in the room that doesn't like swearing, I will swear like all the words that I've never heard will come out of my mouth. And like lately I've just been like, wow, this is like so interesting. I usually don't like when back in the days I was teaching like technical singing teacher and I had to do like a presentation in front of this whole group in the school. And I started using like, what the fuck and all these kind of words. And I was like, I've never done that in the 2 years that I'm here in this school. And then after the presentation, somebody walked up to me and said like, I really think you should work around your swearing. You can really not do that as a teacher. And I was like, oh, how much did I pick up on that?
Okay.
So if you have also people that think you talk too much, are you going to talk more? How many of you are going to start talking more?
Yes. I'm getting that sometimes I will tell people things they don't want to hear. And so then I get the energy back to me of that's enough. Tell me no more.
Yeah.
Shut
and so
up.
do you stop then?
Not always, but sometimes. But I'm very aware of, sometimes in that scenario, I will talk more. I will give them more truth.
Yeah. So what will it take?
But maybe they're not ready for it, you know? It's that kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
especially in kind of work as a therapist, maybe I'm saying too much.
Yes. So what have you bought that being a therapist means?
I buy that is really, I facilitate the person to, I see myself as more facilitating people, to my clients to discover for themselves.
Yes. Can I ask you a
But
question?
my impatience and my awareness sometimes gets in the way of that. And
So-
if I get that they're not getting it, I'm maybe.
So do you facilitate through your words or through your being?
Probably more through my words, actually.
So everywhere you guys have not been acknowledged and have been acknowledging what you are actually allowing other people and other things to be in the world, can we destroy it and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, book, bottle, nature, its boys and beyonds. And this is the brilliance about this Right Voice for You class for me, that it's really about acknowledging that it's your being that creates. So what have you not been acknowledged for? What has not been received about all of you that keeps you thinking that you should work harder rather than acknowledge what you are? Right, wrong, good, bad, book, bottle, name, shirts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. Wow. I would say that's shifting something in your universe. Yeah, and how many of you have been acknowledged for what you do, but not really acknowledged, more judged positively? So you keep looking for more of that as like an addiction, or receiving more positive judgment, but actually what you're looking for is an acknowledgement of what you are, which no one will be able to gift you until you choose to be it and acknowledge it for yourself. So who or what have you been looking for to acknowledge you? And everything goes, God will destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, book, bottle, nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Great. So, I have some pain at my larynx, started in July. I want to free from this pain and I want to start talking easily and singing again. So, what happened in July? I'm wondering. I think she's writing. Oh, she visited her mother-in-law. Or mother-in-law or mother-in-law? She's Alzheimer. So can you unmute? Hi.
Hi.
So like, what is, like, pain is usually an awareness you refuse to receive, or an insanity that you can frack. So is it one of those?
First,
The first one. Ha. So what awareness is your voice gifting you that you're refusing to receive? Right, wrong, bad, book, bottle, nature, its boys and beyonds. Yeah. So have you been taking on somebody else's voice? And please look if it's light or not, because, like, you know, you'll know.
light. Yeah.
Okay, so whose voice have you been taking on? It's almost
Light.
like whose did I say that? Whose lies have you been taking on? I heard that when I said it, but I did I say that? So whose voice have you been taking on?
Hush.
Ah, good. So will you just acknowledge?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Is like her having Alzheimer a choice she's making?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you been allowing her to make that choice, or have you been resisting and reacting?
Alone.
Sorry?
First.
The first one, allowing it. Okay, good. Yeah. Something is shifting in your throat, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Better.
So this is the interesting part with pains. What if, like, this is again like this human reality invention? Isn't it amazing? Like so many capacities we have that have been twisted in something, and now we make it so real that we don't even wonder, like, okay, so what is this? What am I aware of? So pain is usually something that your body is aware of. And it doesn't mean that it cannot like feel very intense and really hurt. But the more you'll start asking, like, okay, body, what is this? Is this an awareness? Now, what will I have to be willing to actually be here so I can receive the awareness with ease? What question can I ask? Good. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much. Dun, 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 dun. So we have some more things here. Surprising, make videos and life other. Yes.
Do you hear me?
Where
Do you hear me?
is it, Lisa?
Yeah, it's Liz. The thing is, like, that's kind of funny because my camera went off, my headset went off, and I said, "Oh my God, there's something something going on." I'm working online. I'm a teacher online, so I work with Cam every day. And I said, "Okay, so there's something with my voice," and I wondered that's why everything went off. I sang all my life, and I wanted to sing since I can talk. And for many years, I wasn't happy, so I did not sing. So what happened now, I can't guarantee my life because I developed like and my voice is always, even when I teach, sometimes I always want to cough. I always have throat irritation. And then when you said entities, because I'm a medium also, so then I'd like to sing, but I can't guarantee my voice. I can't commit, okay, I'll go sing there. So, and my cam
So-
went off, my headset went off, and I said, what will change today? I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute. So who is like singing? You or your body?
Who is singing? You, my body?
Yes. So do you
Yeah.
ask your body, hey body, if we take this job, are you gonna make it? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. So I figured my body loves to sing. So how come I have that throat problem? It doesn't, that doesn't.
No, but you have to, like, do you ask your body before? Do you ask your body, okay, body, if I commit to this, are you gonna make it? I
Okay,
like
yeah.
one day I was having, like, in the days you could still have like fever and a throat infection without having corona. I was still working in a school. And I
Okay,
had a gig in the night and my voice started disappearing around 3 in the afternoon.
okay.
And so my voice disappeared, and I knew at night I had a gig where I had to sing very, very high. And so the first thing I asked when it started disappearing, body, can we do the gig tonight? And my body was like, yep. I was like, but the voice is disappearing right now. Yep. So what do you need right now? Just shut up. Okay. And so I had to trust to go there and not know. My voice could have skipped out. And what it actually created was, because I asked my body and it said yes. And I was willing to trust and to be anything it required. That voice created like things that I was like, this is like totally impossible, till the gig stopped and then my voice was gone. And I was like, whoa, okay, well, so is there a problem now, buddy? Nope, just no voice for a few days. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, well, yeah, I'm just beginning to consider my body and to make, to team up with my body. So maybe that's what I need to be aware of.
Yeah, you could start asking your body, like, okay, body, like, what would be fun for you? And what questions can I ask you that will give me the awareness?
Okay. Yeah.
And not just the assumption.
I wonder if, I don't know, this is coming right now. It's like, even when I'm teaching, because I'm an online teacher, even when I teach, sometimes I can hardly talk. And I wonder, maybe my body doesn't want to do that.
That might be. And it's also like when you teach people, you can also ask, like, is your voice aware of what people can hear and cannot hear?
Well, I'm a French teacher.
Well,
You know,
but
I'm a language teacher.
yes, but is your voice like, when is your voice aware of what people can hear?
Oh, that's all new questions for me.
Yeah, because sometimes your body will be aware that maybe
Oh,
people,
yeah. No, don't talk too much. Don't say this. Don't say that. They're not ready. Things like that.
yeah, or maybe because it's not the moment, or you can wait, or you can. So what has your body also, like with Jane, been showing you, and with Fatma as well, that you have not received because it didn't show up in the way you think it should.
Okay.
And everything that brings up, can we destroy and create it?
Yes.
Right? Or go back of portal nature, its boys and beyond. So what you could start doing when it happens, when it shows up again, is to start asking, okay, body, what are you aware of?
I'm feeling it right now. Right now, I have like my throat is like itching. I feel like I want to cough more than talk.
Yeah. So what is your body aware of? Who is your body aware of? And everything that brings up, can we destroy and create it?
Yes.
Right? Or go back of portal nature, its boys and beyonds.
Yeah.
And so what if you'd also start asking, what's right about this that I'm not getting? Not just once, at least 30 times a day. So what's right about this that I'm not getting?
Okay,
What's
like
right about this that I'm not getting?
like not being able to use my voice like I want, like I want, like I want. Yeah, like I want, like right
Yeah,
there.
like
I
I want. Do you
yeah,
hear it? Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
want a voice. Like, how many of you have this thing where you're like, oh, it's not like I want, rather than looking at, okay, so what is my voice capable of? What is my body capable of? And what will it take for me to be in allowance and to get into creation rather than destruction?
Okay. Oof, I don't. This is I feel a lot of heaviness there. I didn't understand a word you said, but it's heavy.
Yeah, you will be able to listen to the replay.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So everything that is right, wrong, or back of portal nature's boys and beyonds.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
A lot of heaviness there still. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
at least I have like I have a direction now where to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Asking
didn't
questions.
expect it would go this way. Like, right voice for you. I didn't know. I was curious, but I didn't know this about like always wanting to cough and not being able to sing. I didn't know I didn't know my camera would go off. And this is a clear sign that, there's something there. Not,
Well, yeah, and you also don't want to make things significant.
yeah,
Because it's interesting. Every right voice for you class will be very different. Every call as well. We're talking a lot about
Yeah.
voices. It's not always like that, because it's not this class is not about like only about the voice. It's more about starting to look at, okay, if you would be willing to be everything,
Yeah.
how could you show up in the world? How many people do you know that enter a room and that start, instead of just being like present, they start becoming less present? They start looking at, okay, are people going to judge me? Are people going to like me? What are they going to do? And you start, like, rather than just being that presence that will change and shift and transform and bring more consciousness, you start to become that what avoids judgments. And so in this class, you'll get like a lot of tools to actually start looking at, oh, wow, this is where I've been functioning from. Wow, this is where I've been actually limiting myself. Oh, this is where I've not been showing up as everything I could show up.
Mhm.
And so you'll have different choices.
Yeah, well, I said I want the way I want my voice to go. So I want to have like an insight to collaborate more with my body, with my voice, with, you know, everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So we're gonna because this is like and if your questions are still up, I would like you to take them to next week's call, because we have one more call next week. Because I would like to go through the little challenge that we have up, and it's the 7-day lowering your barriers challenge. So what I'm gonna invite all of you to do is to at least one time a day lower your barriers every single day coming week. And you can do it more. So how do you lower your barriers? You can just ask for them to lower, but you can also like physically do it. So you can just ask yourself right now, so right now, where are your barriers? And for some of you, it will be here, and some others it will be here, and then some others you will have like, oh, I actually don't have that many barriers today. No matter where they are, now lower them. And lower them more. And lower them more. And if they're completely down, lower them even more. If you have tendency to go into your head, you can ask yourself, oh, is that another barrier? And push that one down too. And so you can start your days like that. You can do it when you have somebody talking to you. You can do it when you make a video. You can do it when you're in front of your partner and see what changes. So how is that to have them lowered right now? Is that different for all of you? Relaxed. Cool. Feeling peaceful, more exciting. Yeah. And so you can also do it when you just like when you're phoning somebody, or when you're looking at the news, or whatever you're doing, start to notice where your barriers are. Because like the thing with barriers, the more you'll have ease with bringing them down, the more things will be able to actually go through you and not stick you any longer. So are there any questions about the barriers?
Yes. Hi. Serpil. Hi.
Wait a minute. I have to find you, sorry. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. There you are, Serpil.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. So this is so intense because it's like a shower of energies that is coming up from all over, yeah, from everywhere. And it's also not so easy. So it's pushing me down on my body.
So what's your question?
Okay. What is this? because it's also getting hot and warm.
Yes.
Yes.
So is it excitement?
Yes.
That's been misidentified?
Yes.
Oh,
Joy and everything. Wow.
so everywhere you've learned to turn that down because it felt uncomfortable, and uncomfortable must be
Wow.
wrong. Can we destroy it and create that?
Yes.
For you? Right, wronger, babok, bottle, nature, its boys and beyonds. Yeah.
The
Turn it up.
resistance
Just turn
to,
it up.
yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Turn it up more
Yeah.
and more and more.
Wow.
And more. So how is that?
Ease. Yeah. Wow.
Cool.
So I was aware of energies, and I made it wrong because it was intense, and
Yeah.
it's
Isn't
new
that
for me.
brilliant?
Yeah. So yeah.
But isn't it brilliant when you make something wrong, how you have to find a way to get out of it? Rather than
Yeah.
actually experiencing like, okay, let me turn this up and see what shows up.
Wow. I know this kind of turning up, but it never worked like now. So thank you so much for your contribution. Yeah.
You're
Wow.
so welcome. Yeah. So what's possible now? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how much more will you have to turn it up for things to
Wow.
start working for you?
Woohoo.
Because what if whatever isn't working for you, or whatever is like seems too big, it's just an indication of you not being everything you are? And it's not wrong. It's just like, okay, so
Mhm.
what if I can turn me up and see if it shifts or changes things?
Mm. Wow. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. So, how is everybody? Good. I see some thumbs. There are some other people happy with the turning up part. Want to share? My voice seems better. Yes. Isn't that amazing? These access tools, I think it's like incredible what they like, what consciousness allows you to change like in sometimes less than a second. And it's not always so. So if it doesn't change in less than a second, please don't make yourself wrong. But it's like, what if things just don't change because there is another piece that you're actually not yet conscious about? That if you'd get that through questioning, it will change. And so this is the amazing part with these classes and with bodies and with voices, that very often things we've been looking at to change for a very long time, once you get the consciousness you require, they suddenly shift and change and transform, and very often also are not real and true anymore. Cool. So for this week, we will see each other, and I would really love to hear in the Telegram group how it's going. So if you can like, and you can do it like once, you can write once, and if you're doing it every day, you can also let us know what is showing up. Now, sometimes if you have intense moments or you have intense conversations, putting your barriers down will sometimes not be like, oh, I'm pulling my barriers down. It might sometimes really be where you have to like really go like, and sometimes that might be like, I think I'm gonna die, or I think I'm gonna kill, or I need to throw my phone away, go outside, take a break, and really practice that thing. So it's not a nice and fluffy tool always. So also be aware that sometimes you might have to like really do it with intensity or force the barriers down. Not always, but if that's showing up one of the days or every day, you're not wrong. Just do it. Yeah. So Jane is writing, I'm getting that I'm fast in my awareness. Whoa, yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah. So what is possible now? This is really cool. And so, yeah, let's play this week. Let's see what else we can discover about ourselves. Things that you've maybe been hiding, things you've been maybe putting behind your back, things you've been maybe pretending you were not. Maybe things will just become more ease. Maybe things will become way more intense. Lowering barriers to speak English. I'm really curious what that one is going to create. And for the people that want to do videos, use this tool as well. And you can play with the questions we talked about earlier. And then I see you next Monday. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you, Maya, for translating. And thank you, Isa, also for translating later. And I will also put the recordings in the box also in the Telegram so you can watch them back if you desire. Yes, and we will also, oh yeah, so for the people that will not be there next week, in case, we have some Right Voice for You classes coming up. So one is an intro night in Brazil in 2 weeks. Then there is also like a 3-day class in Hungary in 3 weeks, something like that. No, in a month, something like that. And in January in Ireland, in Cork. And we are also looking at doing a class in France somewhere next year. So if you want to join me for a class, don't hesitate to actually look on the Access Consciousness website. And there are also other facilitators facilitating this class. So yeah, what can it contribute? Yes, Marisa, Ireland. Oh, great. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Andrea, as well. Thank you, Sue. And have an amazing week.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank